don't you go check out that A27B over there. Just came in.
Alright. Working on droids. Working on droids. Yep. Another A27B. Looks like you've been pretty well worked out there, huh? Alright, let me get your serial number and check you out in the system and see what we got. You look a little familiar. You A27Bs all look kind of alike. Alright, let's see here. Flip open here. Yep, there we go. Q479004221Y7. Alright. Let's look you up in the system. They finally got around to upgrading our systems around here. We used to keep everything in notes, paper, and pencil. But they upgraded us to this newfangled computer. Let's see if I can figure it out from there. Yeah, alright. Down to there. Q479004221Y7 and search. Alright, yep. Looks like you were last in here about a couple months ago, 6 months ago maybe. Yeah. Oh, I was the one that worked on you last. Oh, now I remember you. You had that burnt out U13. It didn't make no sense. Alright, let's see what else is in the system here for you. Okay, well, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with you this time. Alright, let's, I'm pretty sure here, last time let's see, what did I do last time? I'll make sure, other than that U13, I know that. Yeah, we replaced your C28 because those burn out all the time. That's normal. Yep. Yeah, upgraded you to the new memory module. That makes sense. Yep. Yeah, remove that silly flux regulator. Nonsense. Alright. Well, appears that that about does it in that U13. We'll check that out again and see if that new one's working still for you. Alright, first thing we're gonna do is take off your front plate there. Grab a ratchet so I can loosen up some of these bolts around here. Alright. That's the first one. There we go. Okay. Now let's get in there and move some of them screws. Okay. Grab this thing, grab this, and let's pop this thing out of there. Got her out of there. Oh, where'd it go? This one here. Well, that's tight and that's good. Okay. Let's check out some of your circuits here. Oh, your C28's good. That's good. That one held up. It's kind of surprising a little bit. They usually burn out, but you burn out your U13 again. There's something special about you. Never seen on any other 827B before, but you. And this is two. Two of them you burn out. It's strange that the TP1 doesn't go with it. Seems like it would. I don't know. I don't understand why it's burning out anyway. Alright, let me get you another U13. We'll replace it again. Be right back. Get on, Droid. Go. New U13 all replaced. Otherwise, you're looking pretty good in that aspect of things. Let's put this aside for a minute. Let's check out a couple of your other parts there. Put this down here. I'm going to enter that into the system again about your U13. Damage to the TP1. Unsure of cause. Okay. Now, let's check that out there. Yep. Now we check that screw back there. Make sure it's still tight. Yeah, it was a couple turns loose, but not too bad. Put that back on there. Okay. Pliers. Okay, that's right over there. Let me grab my flashlight so I can take a closer look at that there. Take a closer look at your sensors there. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Everything looks alright, but in a little bit I'm gonna reboot you, and then we'll check it out when you're in active mode instead of passive mode like you are right now. Alright, that's that. Let's alright, I guess the next thing I'm gonna look at is your auditory sensors. Got a little ding and scratch there on that side, so I'm kind of a little concerned with that one. We'll take a look at it. Alright. Let's pop that off there like this. Okay. Let's see if I can. Well, it actually looks like it probably should get replaced. Let's pull that sensor out of there. Let me grab a replacement one. That way I pop right in when I pull that one out. Droids. Alright, let's set that down right there. I got your new sensor. I'm going to pull that one out. We'll take a look at it and see what we got. Get it out of here and get a little bit closer look at it. There we go. Yeah, still connected to you down here. I'll try to be a little quiet and gentle with it while I'm working on it so I don't bother you too much. Alright, I'm gonna grab my tester. Test the sensor, make sure it needs to be replaced before we bother going through that. Hey, Frank, quiet down over there. I'm trying to work on this A27B's auditory sensors. People, I tell you. No respect. Guys, seriously, quiet down. Why don't y'all go on break for a little bit? Yeah, you too, Frank. Man, guys. Alright. Let's, don't mind me. I'm gonna hang that on you like that. Get my settings set the way I want them. We're working now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is hook this in. And then what we're going to see is if your auditory sensors work. Ooh, jumped a little there. Alright, let's see. Whoa. Probably shouldn't touch those spots like that again. That might explain your U13, right? Yeah. You got some extra power flowing through you somewhere. Well, let's let me put this one here. It should be safe. It should be safe right there. Yep. I'll put this one over here on this sensor. Feel anything? Of course you're in passive mode. Alright, let's do that. I'll take your sensor here. What I'm going to do is talk into it and see if we get any readings on the scale. Hello. Testing 1. I'll try to just turn a little bit. Let me, let's see here, see what I can. Avocados. Based on the readings I saw, it didn't look like I said avocados. Let me try that again. Avocados. Strange. Yeah, there's something going on with you, and I don't know what. Comes up tangerines. Don't make no sense. Let's try this. Let me, I got an idea. I just need to find where, right there. Set things right down in front of me, don't even see them. Alright. Let's check that out. See what worked down there. No, that ain't it. Let's check your. Well, interesting. It comes up blue. Your sensors are saying you see blue. That look blue to you? That look blue to you? I know you can't answer me. Alright. I think you got a bigger problem. Gotta run a couple more little tests. See if I can figure out what it is. I got a pretty good idea. Alright. The next test we're gonna run is we're going to check out your bypass filtration unit. Sometimes they get clogged up a little bit, and sometimes the sensors won't report it correctly. That could cause an error, so we'll check that out. Let's check your out. Grab that, so I'll grab this. Go back here, get that pulled out and see if we can find nothing. Alright, I got that opened up. Just gotta pull the filter out now. Alright. Whoa. Yeah, I'd say that's probably a big problem we got going on. Here it is. How dirty that thing looks. It's like so packed in there. I don't know what it is getting on my fingers. It's not supposed to look like that. I'm gonna grab a new one and show you. I'm gonna grab a new one anyway, because we gotta replace this. Alright. That. Just off my fingers. Got some on the new one. I think that little bit will be okay. Yeah. See how much squishier that one is? This one. It's like solid. Don't make no sense. I ain't never seen that one either. You are a really special A27B. You got me all worked up. Alright, I'm gonna throw this thing out. No, I'm gonna save it. I gotta show Billy this. He's gonna be, wow. Put your new one in. Hold that back up. Alright, that's better. Okay. Look at a couple other areas in here and see if I can figure out what's going on. let's finish replacing your auditory sensor there. Down here all by its lonesome. It looks silly just hanging there. We gotta replace it. Let me grab a new one. Okay, that one's unhooked. Where's my new one? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Plug that back together. Come on, get in there. There, you should be able to hear again out of it. I don't know why I'm asking you. I know, it's strange. Let's see if this one works any better. Avocados. Came up right that time. No more tangerines. You must have damaged that one when you bonked your side of your head there. Now let's get this pop back in place. There you go. Things should be sounding better now. We gotta test the other side. Let me get this one buttoned up first. Screw on there like this. Yep. Working on it, boys. Working on it, boys. Working on it, boys. There we go. Why would that be saying that? It don't make no sense either. Oh boy, I tell you, there's something about you. Alright, let's check that other side now before I pull it out, because it don't look damaged on the outside. We're just gonna try it right off the bat. Pancakes. That one seems to be working just fine. Alright, now we're going to try a few other little things. I don't know what's going on with you. Got me all flustered. Maybe I should put your main board back in. And then we'll boot you up into active mode. And maybe you can give me some feedback with your testing that way. Alright, let's do that. Let's get my tester out of the way here. It's not going to go far because we might need it again. Let's just set it right over here. Okay. Let's get you that microphone. Just gonna take a look quick and make sure there ain't nothing else that gotta get replaced on here. You see anything? Oh, I kid myself all the time. What's that? Yeah. Just a little bit of dirt. Okay. Let's get you back in there. right. That's the worst thing to do, cross thread a bolt in the A27B. Those threaded inserts on you are really a pain to change. Alright, so that's all back in. I think I'm going to switch around there and boot you up into active mode. Then we'll test out a few things that way. Alright, so things will probably, I don't know why I'm still talking to you as if you're understanding me. You're in passive mode. You don't even register nothing. Oh, gotta keep myself amused somehow. Alright, hang on. And switch that over. Put that in. There we go. Yep, you're booting up. That's looking good. Alright. Yep. Alright. Okay, you look like you're up and rolling. How you feel? Sorry. I always forget. They didn't program you A27Bs to talk like normal people. What is your diagnosis, A27B? Alright. And? Sorry. And for how long? Continue, please. Whoa. I know. Halt. Alright. Scroll down. Sorry. Scroll up. Scroll up 10 lines. Alright, right there. Okay. Colors still aren't right according to that. Let's try this again. Oh, sorry. A27B, report status of color. There you go, okay. No. It's not blue. That's not blue. Alright. Let's check things out in here. A27B. Rotate your ocular sensor to the maximum up. Yes, thank you. Oh. Right there. No, that's right. A27B, rotate your ocular sensor all the way to your right. Excellent. A27B, rotate your ocular sensor all the way to your left. A27B, rotate your ocular sensor all the way down. A27B, rotate your ocular sensor back to center. Okay, let's see, that would make no sense. A27B, display color output. What color is this? Blue. I guess I'm going to try replacing your ocular sensor. I hate to do that. They're expensive. Alright. Be right back. I'll go grab you a new one. No. I'm going to pull that one out first, because then I can check it out further before I go dig in the back room and find a new ocular sensor for you. Because they're just hard to find. They stored them all the way in the back. I don't know why. Apparently they thought they were indestructible. Let's grab this right here. And right there. Snap that. Come on, snap. There we go. Screwdriver, reach back in here, pull that out. There we go. Release this clip over here. Come on. Alright. Wonder what's going to happen when I pull your ocular sensor while you're in active mode. Time to find out, I guess. A27B, prepare for things to go dark. Alright, there she is. Completely off. Alright. A27B, display color output. Black. At least you got that one right. At least that's what you should be seeing is black. Maybe you're not. I don't know what your computer tells you you're seeing when your ocular sensor is not connected. Maybe it's black. I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go. Let's see, what's this ocular sensor look like? I'm gonna check the back of it out here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, right there. It looks like your BL12 was overloaded. Alright. Not normal, but nothing normal with you. I'll go get you a new ocular sensor. Be back in a little bit. Working on the Droids. got your new ocular sensor. We'll get this thing popped back in and see how it goes for you. Put that back there. Snap that wire back in. And pop it back into place. Alright. Can you see? No, it's not the right command. Alright, let's screw it back in. A27B display color output. There we go. Yep, red. Alright. Sure I get everything hooked up. Snap back in place. Okay. Now, A27B display color output. What color is that? Yes. Okay. And what I want you to do is follow the red. Sorry. A27B. Follow this red dot with your ocular sensor without moving the rest of your body. Sorry. I always forget your commands. A27B. Use your ocular sensor to follow this red dot. Do not move the rest of your frame. Okay. Focus on that red dot. Okay, stop. Alright, now we're going to try the light. A27B. Follow the light with your ocular sensor without moving the rest of your frame. Alright, stop. Excellent. Alright, I think you're pretty well back together. I think it'll work. I still don't understand why you're burning out those U13s. Or your BL12. It's a little weird. Happens though, I guess, occasionally. Okay, let's just quick once over here. back down, so that way you'll be ready for redeployment. Alright. See you next time. Booting down.